Okay, we've got Jeanneau 41 here. It's got a few things. Quickly, the owner's asked us to put his new Starlink Mini in as a temporary option, and then we were looking at a lithium battery upgrade and we found a few dangers which we need to address straight away. So we're going to go and have a look and get those sorted, and then we'll get on to the bigger job next week. So we're basically just putting a Starlink Mini on here, the gentleman. It's kind of a temporary install, so we're going to fit it later. We're going to build a solar arch for this guy. So really right now we're just fitting this so he can use it, and we're going to run it down and we're going to put a gland in the back, which when we put the solar arch on the back, that will either be superseded, but it might be 2 months away, so he wants to be able to use it now. So this will just allow movement for stainless when he moves the bimini around. Alright, so he's down nice and neat, you can't tell he's there, and so it will be nicer in the future, but for now that's cool. So we'll drill that gland in where we said, and we'll go down below and have a look. We checked this boat out yesterday. We do have a lithium battery installation planned, but a couple of things we saw are a little bit dangerous, so we're going to address them straight away. A few things the owner's asked for. Specifically, we've traced, you can see those DC outlets over there, and just to show you, this is the house battery bank, so even if the main switch is isolated, it's switched off, but the batteries won't isolate, or that unit won't isolate. And basically here you can see the cables are direct to the battery. There's no fuse here, so it's quite dangerous. So worst case, and it just fell out. So there you go, it literally fell out the thing as I lifted it. It goes to show, doesn't it? If these were to connect at the other end with no fusing, we could potentially have a fire on this cable direct from this battery. So we're going to take care of that now. Rerun it, we'll see what's actually there lengthwise, and we'll put a fuse in and we'll make the other end a bit happier as well. I'm gonna nick one of these old USB outlets so we can power his USB-C just in below, and then he'll have a more useful USB outlet here than a cigarette lighter, which is an older boat, so that's what they did back then. So as I say, he'll just be plugged in here, we can use it behind here, no worries. All right. So both of these cables did go direct to batteries. I'll just replace the lines up, individually fed these guys, and we're going to put a connection box here. I'm going to pull these out because they go direct to batteries and they're not long enough to go where we need them to go. So put some new cables in and reconnect them and fuse them. Just on the load side of the shunt. So these things will be seen on our battery displays. Well, you can see here there's been a few additions over the years. So we'll pull our cable through and find our negative bus bar. This is the back of all the battery switches here. You can see they've had a lot of additions. Ideally, it'd be to clear, we should have a maximum of like I think 3 or 4 is the allowable max. So that lot should come off really and put on some separate bus bars. When we do the rewire, I think we'll do that. So the negative bus bar is actually housed behind here. Completely, well, almost completely inaccessible. what we've got here. But basically we want to identify the battery side and the load side of the switch so that we can connect something to, or our unit to the load side, so when we turn off the house isolation switch here, it actually kills our system. So I'm just going to grab my tester and we'll check that out. So I'm going to kill the domestic system. There we go, lights off. And on the back of the switch, this side I have 0 volts, and this side I have 13 volts. So, you know, that's my battery side, and this is my load. So there's plenty of meat on there, so we can add our fuse holder there and take him. So we get our fuse holder, we'll mount him here, we'll pick up from this guy and we'll add our red to that. Black I'll pull through, negative, and we'll go actually onto the bus bar, which is, as I said, hidden behind this lot. So it's almost 30, I reckon. Yep. Put him in the side so we can stick him in just towards the back, I think, and then we'll have all this guys going inside. There you go. Yeah, just drilling into a bag just to stop bits flying all over his boat. So just keeps the place a bit clean. I don't have to hoover everywhere. So. All our cables in, connections in a box, and each of our outlets insulated and done. So just need to put the lid on that. So the last thing in this area, we're going to just put the fuse in down below, and that'll be live. These outlets will be live, and we just need to put our gland in for our Starlink, and then bring that down and plug it in, and job done. Basically, you've got a fuse just under here, this little black box, okay? Right, okay. And I've got a spare which is tied next to it, so if for any reason it ever blew, you've got one right next to it, okay?
Right, okay.
And then that power goes now directly from here to our connection box, and then it splits between what's going to be the power for the Starlink, which is plugged into the back of it.
Okay.
Okay, which I'll drop down when we just drill this gland now and drop that down.
Right.
And then you've got the USB twin on the left, and you've got the cigarette outlet on the right.
Great. So did you change the one on the left?
Yeah, you had 2 cigarette outlets.
Yes.
So I've made one a double USB. So you're always going to get a USB adapter, aren't you, like you had upstairs? Yeah. So it was able to, I could utilise that one to have our USB-C converter. Right. So that's why I nicked it and given you that. So we'll go and drill upstairs now, drop the Starlink feed down, plug that in, and we're done.
All right, excellent.
All right.
Great.
We run this cable down earlier, just confirmed everything's all fitted now, power supply, so just going to put this gland in, ideally, I think just about there.
I thought you were electrocuted for a second.
No, he just let me jump. I didn't see you there. So if you come in a second, stick your head in, you'll see the, just purely for that, so we can keep your warranty and stuff. So we've taken that cigarette adapter out, chucked your USB in there, right. Put the cigarette adapter here in the back of the box, yeah, and then your USB-C is then basically plugged straight into that. Alright mate, okay, so that's powered, done and dusted. So if you turn off your main battery switch, you'll lose power to those items.
Oh, right, okay.
As you would like, turn the boat off. That's normal.
Right.
The drain of that will show up on your battery monitor now, which it
Okay.
wouldn't have before. And that's it really. And if we do further works to do other stuff, that's all marrying in. It won't be having to be moved. It'll be done.
Yeah,
There's no change.
It's now done.
Yeah. All right, mate.
Brilliant. All right, thank you for that.
So we've got just your covered door to go back in the hole
Yeah,
and
I'll
cover
do
on.
it.
If you're happy to do
that
that,
now.
that'd be cool. All right, mate.
Yeah, good help. Thank
Awesome.
you, mate.
If you'd like to see more videos from us, subscribe to our next videos here. If you'd like to see our last videos, subscribe here.